Hey friends, so recently I was working on this very interesting project, VidEmbed, that is the video data embedding algorithm. So what it does is it takes a particular file and stores the information in a video. That is very basic information. Now let us deep dive into this what it does actually. So two things first. First thing, you know that every file, whether it's a text file, maybe it's an image, or maybe it's a 3D image, anything, it's composed of bits, zeros and ones, right? Take that information. Now, second part. Uh, so, a video is composed of pixels, right? What are pixels? Pixels are basically RGB values associated with it, right? So, if you manipulate the RGB values, the color of that pixel will change. This is the second information. Now what we are doing in this particular project is let's say if a bit is 0, then we are manipulating the pixel of that video. Okay, now manipulation is done on the basis of if the bit is 0, then the RGB values will be 0 each, and if the bit is 1, then the RGB values will be 255 each. That will make the bit as white or black accordingly. And this we are doing for each frame. So in this project, each frame is actually holding one bit of the data of that file. And now there is one caveat. The caveat is the compression algorithms that the streaming platform are associated with actually uses actually downgrades the video. So in the process, the RGB values actually changes. So if you have provided the zero everywhere, it will be distorted and will not be able to recover our data. So what I did was I took a 10 cross 10 pixel block in each frame, and that represents our a bit. That will make actually the data extraction much easier, because I'll just have to take the 10 cross 10 that particular 10 cross 10 block of pixel and use some averaging techniques. That will that will also ensure that there is some minimal distortion, because if we are using a 720p pixel 720p video, then there are more than I think 9 lakh pixels, and out of them you are just distorting 100 pixels, right? Now if you go to the applications part, so you can actually securely hide the sensitive information and securely transfer it over any place. And this is kind of, I am not sure it is legal or not, but you can actually store some amount of data in the videos and kind of infinite storage, like, and I don't know, you know it better. But again, this project is for only educational purpose. I do not endorse anything illicit use of this algorithm, and please use responsibly and ethically. So let's move on to the demo. So for the ease of this demo part, what I did was I already have a random video that I took. This is watermark free. This is a free video, so I've already took it, and it will generate some output video. But for running the scripts, I'll just delete it right now. And I have a random.txt. This random.txt contains our actual data. This data is actually zeros and ones, right, as I told earlier. So when you actually run this particular file to binary script, what it will do is it will convert that particular data into bits. Let's run it. Now this has resulted into a binary format, right? I've already stored that particular into a text format, and this is our main script actually, embed data in video.py. And here is the embedding logic that I have used. So what I told earlier is, as I have explained earlier, if the bit is 0, then all the pixels in the 10 cross 10 block will be 0, and if the bit is 1, then we'll set it to 255, the RGB values, right? So we have to provide three informations for this: video path, the data that we are using, and the output, right? So the random video that we are using, that this is the one we are using, okay, and we are providing the data binary form, and we are renaming just output video, right? Let's run it. Now usually it does not take this much time. I think some CPU hogging is there, so that's why. We have successfully generated an output video, okay. The file size will be much lesser. I think it will be half of it, but we don't have to worry, because we are actually using a 10 cross 10 block, and we have our averaging techniques. Now what we are doing now is, we'll put this particular video on YouTube, and I'll show you. So what I did was, I had already put this particular video on YouTube. It looks something like this. Now if you look at this particular corner, in the top left corner, you can actually see the pixels changing. If you can see, it is slightly black, then slightly white, then slightly black. You can actually see it is changing from 0 and 1. I have already put it. Now we will download it. I have already downloaded it as well. YouTube downloaded MP4. We'll use this particular video to extract our information and see if we are able to extract our information or not. Let's run it. Now this is our video. We'll have to provide two informations. First, the video path and number of bits. Now this number of bits is the length of the length of the bits that is being actually used from the random.txt. Okay, let's run it. It has extracted some data, and surprisingly, the binary form.txt that we had and the extracted data that we had, these are both same. We can actually use binary to file to get the exact information. That I'll leave it to you. But now open to suggestions. I'm open to suggestions, but what I think is, right now I'm taking a 10 cross 10 block. That is not necessary. That is not needed. We can actually take a 2 cross 2 block as well as 4 cross 4 block. And right now we are only storing 1 bit per frame. That is also, we are actually not able to store much information in a video. So what we can do as an enhancement to this algorithm is just take a 2 cross 2 block, and averaging technique will be the same, and we can store much more bits, okay, in a single frame itself. So that is how we can actually store much more information than we are doing it right now. Thank you. That's what is the demo about. What's the demo about? And you can ask me any question in the video description itself, or maybe you can check out my LinkedIn post. Thank you.